showing you how to make plantain pancakes. These pancakes are very easy to put together and they look quite similar to the traditional pancake, but they have a characteristic pleasant smell and they are totally different in taste. So if you are looking for something quite different from the traditional pancake, then the plantain pancake will be a very good alternative for you. So let's get started. For this recipe, I'm going to be using plantain, of course, and today I'm going to be using the overripe plantain. That is the best plantain that is good for this recipe. Also, I'm going to be using eggs, milk, all-purpose flour, melted butter, nutmeg or any other flavorings or spice of your choice, a little bit of salt and some baking powder. So let's put everything together. Here I've got my plantains, I've peeled them and I've cut them into little pieces, and this is going to make the work really easy for my blender to blend. I'll just be pouring all this plantain inside my blender and I'm going to puree it until it becomes very smooth. Now, if you are using a plantain that is not as ripe as my own, it's okay to add a little milk to make the blending easier. At this point, my plantain is well blended together, so I'm just going to be adding the other ingredients. You can add this in no particular order, but I'm just going to be adding the flour at this point, the baking powder, salt and nutmeg, the melted butter, the eggs and the milk. And I'm just going to be blending this together until everything becomes very smooth and lump free. It's also very important to scrape down the sides of your blender so that everything can be well blended together. So here we go. This is the texture of the pancake batter. As you can see, it's not so thick and lumpy, it's very smooth and light. And that is exactly what we want. So the next thing to do at this point is to preheat my pan on a medium heat. And today I'm going to be using a heavy bottom pan. If you don't have that, you can use a non-stick pan or a skillet. It works just as well. So right now I'm just going to be brushing this pan with a little bit of oil. You don't need so much, a little bit goes a long way. Once the oil is hot, spread your batter on the pan. So I'm just going to be spreading this batter all around my pan so I can have an even pancake surface and a well-rounded pancake. Once that is done, I'm going to be leaving this to cook for a couple of seconds to about 1 minute until it becomes a little solid before I flip it to the other side. Now, as you can see, the batter is becoming solid and I'm just going to flip it to the second side at this point. And I'm just going to be leaving it to cook for a couple of more seconds. Bear it in mind that this pancake cooks a little faster than the traditional pancake, so make sure you put an eye on it so it doesn't get burnt. Now the pancake is done. I'm just going to be removing it from the heat right now and I'm going to be serving it. And that is it. As I said earlier, this pancake recipe is very easy to put together. They are soft, light, and they have their own sweetness in them. I hope you give this a try, and if you do, I will be very happy to know the outcome.